Ladies and gentlemen, I have a confession to make. So this particular image caused a bit of a kerfuffle in the community last week, obviously because Ranty has finally come out of the GLOBER closet and declared that the Earth is a globe. Woohoo! So Ranty and myself and Baldy Catz held a live stream going through why we think this photo is excellent evidence of curvature. Catz did a little bit of trigonometry and I did a little bit of 3D rendering. And what do you know? We both came to the same conclusion. But obviously the flerfs weren't happy and the usual objections were raised. But by far the most common one was that you didn't take angular size change into account. I think my good friend Quantum Eraser said it best, so I'll play a little clip from his live stream.
There is a positive that's come out of this, though. After 5 years, these crayon munching window licking knuckle draggers finally invoke angular size change with distance. Thank you. It's taken 5 years. P.S. Now please call Mick West, Walter Bislin, and Jesse the Klutz Kozlowski and his incoherent minions, and let's start adding angular size change in the calculations. Por favor. Pretty please with sugar on top, because we're going to be holding your feet to the fire from here on out.
Yep, you got us. Busted custard. And to be honest, I mean, us Globers have been dreading this day. So flerfs were right. We've got to take angular size into account. So since you asked so nicely, QE, I'm going to take angular size into account and prove once and for all that the Earth really is flat. Right, so the first thing we need to do is properly identify all the peaks. And if anyone wants to disagree with any of these, you can blow me. There we go, that's all of them. Right, so all I've done here is just thrown all this data into Excel and just sorted the peaks by their distance. Easy enough. Next step is to work out an angular size for each mountain. And to calculate the angular size, you know, we could assume a globe and assume refraction. We could factor in the tilt and blah, blah, blah. And if we do all of that, we get an angular size of 0.5848 degrees. If we ignore refraction and just do a purely geometric globe, we get 0.5848 degrees. And if we use one of the online calculators like 1728.org, which is here on the right, so that's their calculation, we also get 0.5848. Or we could use the small angle approximation, like I did down the bottom here, and guess what we get? 0.5848 degrees. So any which way you slice it, we've got an angular size of 0.5848 degrees for Crag, which is their example. And this is the formula that I used for all of the peaks. All right, so next thing is, what do we do with that angular size? Like how do we apply it to the image? How big is 0.5848 degrees in this image? So we need some way to convert this angular size into a number of pixels per degree. And this is how you do it. Right, so we have our observer location here, and what we're going to do is pick at least 2 landmarks in the image, and we're going to draw a line from the observer to that landmark and get the heading. All right, so here I've drawn a line to Blackpool Tower, and the heading is 355.03 degrees. And I've also grabbed the pixel coordinates, which on my image, which is the highest resolution image, pixel coordinate is 2705. All right, so in the table, you can see that I've got 4 landmarks and I've grabbed all their pixel locations and then the headings off Google Earth and then just plotted them on this chart down the bottom. And as you can see, this relationship between pixels and headings is a linear relationship. So if I wanted to identify something in the image, I could use this graph at the bottom to work out where I should be looking on Google Earth based on its pixel location in the image. So, for example, if I wanted to know what this little pointy thing is here, I go and grab its pixel location, which is 3276. But then instead of trying to figure it out from the chart, I can actually plug it into the equation for the chart. And that will give me quite a precise heading for whatever that thing is. And that heading is 355.692 degrees. And what do you know? If I go and plot a line in Google Earth with that exact heading, it runs exactly into this church spire, which is on Dixon Road in Blackpool. So that's pretty good confirmation that this scale is very accurate. And that scale is 1 degree equals 861.88 pixels. And we'll just round up to 862 pixels per degree. And the cool thing about this scale is that if you're using a camera with a rectilinear lens, it means that scale is just as applicable vertically as it is horizontally. This becomes pretty obvious when you realize that lenses are circular, and that if you take a picture in landscape mode, you'll see that the objects look exactly the same as if you turn the camera on its side and took a picture in portrait. Right, so back to our spreadsheet, and now that we know the scale for the image, we can start converting these angular sizes into pixel heights. So for example, the closest peak is Bank House Moor, which is on the far left of the image, and we know that the angular size of 0.2763 degrees equates to 238 pixels. So let's go and draw 238 pixels on the image. So there we go, 238 pixels high, and oh shit, that's not good. It looks like there's about 200 meters of that mountain below the horizon. Now, of course, we could go and draw those rectangles on the image for all of the peaks, or we could just do it mathematically. So here are the pixel coordinates for each of the peaks in the image. And here is where the bases of those mountains are on the image. And oh wow, look at that. The further away the mountain is, the lower the base is in the photo. But I thought that the floor just ramps up into the vanishing point. But this kind of says that once you get over the horizon, that surface kind of drops away. Like a globe. You fucking numpties.